for joining us on another episode of Ask the DJ with me, DJ Quincy C. of Party Incorporated Promotions. First, we'd like to say thank you to Do It Well Ronzel. That last week's mix was inspired by him by throwing in Love Times Love, George Benson. And I sent you home with a little homework. What you want to do, last week I told you, put a little old in with the new. Mix it in together. Keep sending me those emails. Tell me how they came out. A lot of you guys said y'all loved it. You good home. You put it in a little old in a new, and it came out fine. First off, we'd like to get off to a couple emails. The first one comes from Jesse Episcopal, and he says, we'd like to see a camera on the equipment in your hands and you. So we're going to have that. We're going to have a split screen coming up, and it's going to see just me and my hands and what I'm actually doing over here on my mixer board, on the turntables, on the wheels of steel, yes, and one on me. Got to be on me too, all right? Thank you for that question. It is coming up. Keep tuning in. The next one comes up from Disco Don of Bellwood, Illinois, and he says, I've been getting some feedback. Where and how can I stop this feedback from coming? It's driving me crazy. Good. Let's do a little thing. I'm going to check this out for you, show you. Here's a mixer right here. And what we're going to do with this mixer, this is the Numard IM1. And what I like about this one is that you can put your iPod or your iPhone and directly connect it right into this mixer and play sound directly through it. What I want you to do to see if where you're getting your feedback from is I want you to make sure your mic is not turned up. And if that is not the problem, one by one, disconnect your audio jacks while everything is on, and that's going to tell you right there where that feedback is coming from. Also, if you have your mixer too close to your amplifier, it can also give you feedback. All right? Our next email comes from Greg B. of Elgin, Illinois, and he says, what is the rule of thumb when you're using speaker wire? All right, he shows me a picture of his speakers right here. Now the speakers you have look like they either use 1/4 inch banana wire or speak-on wire. But if it's just using the two wires, bigger speaker, you want to use a larger gauge wire. Smaller speaker, you want to use a higher gauge wire. Now, this is the rule of thumb, and this is how it goes. An 18 gauge speaker wire is usually used for a studio speaker, something a lot small, all right? But then a 12 gauge speaker, that's a wire, 12 gauge speaker wire, that's going to be used for a larger speaker. It's going to carry all that power to you. It's going to give you that good sound. That's what you want. So you got a bigger speaker, you want to go with a larger speaker wire. 12 gauge, those big fat wires. Smaller speaker, you want to go with a higher gauge wire. 18, 16 gauge. That's good for those kind of speakers. All right? Also, we're going to have a little lesson today. I was talking to a friend, MJ, over at Out of the Past Records at 4407 West Madison, corner of Cosner and Madison. And we were talking about cleaning records. And he came up with something that was really unique. And I found out even I was doing something wrong after 20 years. What we do when we clean records, we use this. Alcohol, regular alcohol. You can buy it from Walgreens, CVS, Jewel, Osco. All right? Alcohol dries your record out. Thought about that, and it is true. Alcohol does dry your record out, and over time, this was what happens. You got a cracked record, all right, because it dried it out too much. All right, so MJ came up with a nice mix, and I have adopted it right now and stuff, and here it is. No, this is not Windex. Windex is also bad for your records, all right? This is a little bit of Palmolive and a lot of water, all right? And what this does, it cleans the record, and it also puts the moisture back in your record. You want to moisturize your record so it has some elasticity, all right? It moves around, it shines, it's clean, and it's moisturized, all right? once you crack a record, you're going to buy it again. You bought the record one time, you should not have to buy it a second time unless you want to have doubles, all right? So that's the rule of thumb right there. Use a little bit of palm olive and a lot of water. It'll clean your record. Thank you, MJ, over at Out of the Past Records and stuff. 4407 West Madison, all right? And I was talking to a friend named Matt D. He asked, hey, DJ Quincy, can you go back to the 80s on a mix? So that's what we're going to do right now. We're going to go back to the 80s. First two records is going to be 1980s. After that, last record is going to be a three record mix. And then we're going to go into something in the 90s. Here we go. All right, and that was your quick mix as we went to the 80s and then into the 90s real quick. Hopefully, coming up on the next episode, we can get Do It Well Ronzel. He's going to come in and give you a maxi mix. I hope it's real good, and I know it's going to be real good because, hey, Ronnie can throw down. Everybody knows that. We'd like to thank you, everybody, over at Out of the Past Records at 4407 West Madison. Miss Henderson, MJ, Tony, Ethan, thank you. Every time we come in there and we want some records, you always have them for us. Thank you guys and stuff. As always, I tell you, love God, look good, smell good, believe in God, and everything else will be all right. We started off with Jolynn Murray, It's Time to Party. Now we're going to go home stepping. This is LJ Reynolds. You sure love the ball.